Hello there! Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Professor Jacob, and joining me today, as he does all days and every days, is my wonderful teaching assistant, Mr. Curtis. Say hello to everybody, Mr. Curtis.
Oh, why thank you. Why thank you so much, Professor. I'm so happy to be here and to learn from you all the good things about all those great Pokemon, and I'm just glad I'm here, Professor.
Yeah,
Wait.
I'm glad. I'm more surprised that you're here, that you've made it this long, but you know, that's fine. And then of course, what would a classroom be without wonderful students to learn the knowledge? And our student here today is, you know, maybe less than wonderful, but still a student. Is Corbin? Say hello to everybody, Corbin.
Hey, what's going on, fellow students, fellow trainers? You said Mr. Curtis is here with you all day, every day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
Always.
Every day, like even when we're not having class, like what are you doing, Mr. Curtis? What do you do?
Oh, just anything and everything.
What does that mean? You just watch him work? Like you watch him grade papers? Like what do you do?
I mean, I do keep an extensive log of everything the professor does. That way I have good, accurate material for when I write his multi-volume biography down the line.
I mean, you can't fit it all in one volume. You really can't.
Yeah.
I help him grade papers and plan for the future, like plan for future classes. I also clean the classroom.
Plan. What are you talking about?
Professor, does he do any of this?
And,
do you task him with doing any of this, or does he just do it on his own?
He's pulling this fully out of his ass right now. Let me tell you what actually happens.
Sometimes I walk the Pokemon and help feed them.
When you guys, when you and the professor go-karting, do you also drive the cart with the professor?
Yeah,
I mean,
he has a fun little wheel right next to him and has a pedal that actually definitely does do something.
I figured.
No, let me tell you what Mr. Curtis does. So after class is over, I leave pretty much immediately after that. I do not stay here any longer than I have to. And I say, and Mr. Curtis is still here. And I'll just say, hey, good night, Mr. Curtis, I guess. I'll see you tomorrow. And I turn the light off, and then I shut the door, and then I leave. And I don't really know what he does. Although, okay, one time I did kind of sneak back in because like I'd left my my briefcase there. I was sneaking back in to do it, and so like I walked in. I didn't turn the lights on or anything because I was gonna be quick. I get to the front of the classroom where I'm standing right now, and I grab my briefcase and I turn around, and that motherfucker, he is still sitting in his spot, looking directly forward at the front of the classroom,
What
like
the
not
fuck?
Anything anything.
Mr. Curtis, this isn't a fucking horror movie. Why are you creeping on people like that? Don't you have a family to go back to? Huh?
And then I said hello to him. I said, "Oh, hi. What are you still doing here?" And he didn't respond to me at all. He didn't even acknowledge that I was there.
What the hell? Why would you do that?
I was, sometimes you just have to sit and
No.
sometimes I just get lost in my own world.
Fair.
Where I'm
True.
just, recounting the day's events and, just communing with myself.
You see,
in my special place.
what we don't
which is,
understand,
of course, the class.
What we don't understand is that Mr. Curtis is a being outside of time, and sometimes when he's forcing himself to reside, in our dimension where time exists, he kind of loses himself for a little bit. So he has to, collect himself. I get it. I understand.
Mr. Curtis, is this true?
I mean, sometimes I say I'm like sometimes it is kind of trans-dimensional, the feeling of elation that I get to experience when I'm here with the professor and listening to him talk. It really is the only thing that and of course, breeding my Spinneraws.
Oh, fucking hell. We can't talk about the Spinneraws again.
We're talking about it every class. Okay,
right.
I don't think students came here to learn about physics and multi-dimensional realities and how Mr. Curtis is in tune with the universe. So, what are we going to talk about today?
You're right. It's important that we got that little bit of lore, that Mr. Curtis backstory into this lesson. But no, you're right. That's not what we're talking about today, and that's not what we talk about at any time during any days. What we talk about in these lessons is Pokemon, and the Pokemon that we're talking about today is very, very important. Can anybody tell me what Pokemon that is?
Let's see.
No, I guess for starting, does anybody remember what the Pokemon we talked about last week was?
Oh, that was obviously
Spearow.
Also known as Angry Pidgey.
Angry Pidgey.
And this is like, I know this one, and I'm having trouble with the name, but I know it is a Spearow with like just a really long beak on it.
Yes, very true. Very true. Yes, it is. It is. I mean, I would say it's slightly more than just a Spearow with a long beak on it. I think there's a little bit more.
It's Fearow.
Fearow.
It's Fearow.
Yes,
I remember.
exactly.
Yes.
Good job. Yes, that is the name. We're learning about Fearow, which is the evolved form of Spearow, and it's known as the Beak Pokemon. So I'm very glad that you brought up the fact about its long beak, Mr. Curtis. So I have one here today.
No,
now,
you don't.
before I throw, yeah, I do. When have I never not had the Pokemon that we were going to talk about?
I think there was one time, but I can't remember, Professor. I don't know. You might be right.
I mean, I didn't want to, bring out Butterfree in the classroom because that would be a very stupid thing to do, but I still had one.
That's true.
But no. So I have a few.
No, you know what? You didn't have Mutterfree. Mutterfree had us. Okay? That's something you got to remember. He has me. He has my whole heart. I love seeing him every day I walk to class.
Yeah, sometimes when I was teaching about, Mutterfree and Matterpie and Butterfree and all that stuff, sometimes I really had to stop and think, am I teaching about it, or is it teaching about me? Am I learning about myself through Butterfree?
I think I learned something new about myself every time I walk past Mutterfree on the way to class. I really do.
Mutterfree, if it's not Mutterfree, it's Gary. Man, Gary he's such a philosopher of the garden.
For those of you guys who might be new students joining us in the middle of the semester, Gary is the shroomish/gardener outside the school building.
Don't make sweeping announcements to my students. If I think my students need an announcement,
they're
I
my
will
fellow
give to them
peers.
as
I think they should know who helps out at the school.
Yes, Gary the Shroomish does help out a lot. Although he does seem to be leading my students down a let's call it a psychedelic path that I'm not quite sure I really want them to be going on. So his employment here at the schoolhouse might be terminated shortly.
Don't you fire him, you fucker. Don't you fire him.
Maybe I will. I mean, it is super effective against him. Okay, no. So I'm about to throw out the Fearow that I prepared specifically for this class. Although I have to ask, please. This Fearows, of course, they're a lot better at flying than Spearows are, and they often use this new aptitude to escape danger. So right. I have to. This is a very kind of like low ceilinged classroom. So I have to ask, please do not startle the Fearow, because its main method for escaping danger is to immediately fly up as high as you can. So, and if it does that, it will of course slam into the roof and hurt itself a great deal. So if we could just be very chill, calm, relax, no sudden movements.
Chill the fuck out, Mr. Curtis. All right.
Yeah, chill the fuck out.
I'll try.
All right, so I'm gonna throw him out of the Pokeball now.
Whoa, right. He's a lot. Okay,
look at him.
He's a lot bigger than Pidgeot. I'm not gonna lie, a lot bigger than I thought he would be.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely.
And let me say, look at the beak on that.
That's a big pecker. Not gonna lie.
Pokemon for nothing. Okay, besides the beak, give me your immediate, what do you see here that's obviously different from a Spearow?
Much bigger wings on this one.
The wings here. The wings have been described as majestic and beautiful, and they are very, very important to a Fearow. Something that we know about Spearow is that, apparently it was bad at flying, and it wasn't very good at it. Fearow, on the other hand, completely different. It is a masterful flyer, and we're going to learn a lot about that through these Pokedex entries.
It's also very slender. Like, its body's longer than Pidgeot. Pidgeot's kind of like fluffy, kind of like robust, if you will.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I think it's.
Hey, I'm sorry. Are you sorry? Are you calling Mr. Pex fat? Because that's
no.
That I would like to see you
no.
say that to Mr. Pex.
Mr. Pex, our Pidgeot, was very thick.
I think we should state that it was never actually determined whether or not the Pidgeot that I showed in class was Mr. Peck's. It never stated that. So
well, whatever Pidgeot you did show, which I thought was Mr. Peck's, it was very thick. It was not fat. Okay, let's get it right. Now this guy here, Fearow, he's very slender. He looks like he's in good shape. He looks good. You look great, Fearow. You look good.
Quiet. Hey, shh.
Sorry.
You kind of got a little bit twitchy there. All right.
You look good. You look great. You look amazing. You look good.
All right. So let me go ahead and put him back in the Pokeball.
Bye.
All right. So.
All right. Now we can be loud as fuck again.
Yeah,
Woo!
Yeah. Woo! Yeah!
I love this class!
Where's Gary when you need him?
No, he's nowhere to be found. We're not getting high. We're learning about Pokemon. All right.
Damn it.
So, let's do what we do here on at this class. Let's talk about the specific Pokedex entries for Fearow, starting, of course, with the Kanto region. All right.
Right, and this is going to be, this lesson, according to Mr. Curtis, he told me before class this lesson was going to be half the length of normal because we're having a Christmas party today, because Christmas is in a few days. Isn't that right? Mr. Curtis, didn't you say we were having a Christmas party today?
Hey. Shh. Hey, you weren't supposed to tell the professor.
It was a surprise. I'm sorry. You didn't hear anything.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Surprise Christmas.
Sorry.
Class, listen. Class will be full length. I do not recognize Christmas as a holiday because every day should be learning, a learning day.
You can learn about yourself and about love and about family on Christmas, Professor. Don't be such a
I don't care
Scrooge.
about myself or love or family. What I care about is Pokemon. And today, I care about Fearow, and you should too, because there is a quiz at the end, and it will be graded. Heavily weighted towards your final grade.
Ooh, okay.
Damn it.
All right. So, starting in the Kanto region, it says, with its huge and magnificent wings, it can keep aloft without ever having to land for rest.
Ever?
Never.
I don't believe that.
So never, huh?
It never does. Now, that's according to this Pokedex entry. We might run into a few that contradict that, but we'll see as it goes. The next one says, a Pokemon that dates back many years. It's pretty vague what they mean by that.
It could be 50? 10. It could be 10, 20,000. Who knows?
Is this an ancient Pokemon?
I mean, that's what it says. Many years. Your guess is as good as mine. I would assume that it means, like ancient, as in like thousands or hundreds of thousands of years, or millions, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, it says a Pokemon that dates back many years. If it senses danger, it flies high and away instantly. So,
Jesus.
If here's like a boo, it's like an instantaneous teleportation. It's like a boop. It's
no surprise parties for your pet Fearows, trainers.
No,
listen
at
up.
At least
that's
not
right.
in like enclosed spaces.
No.
All right, the last one from the Kanto region says, a Pokemon that enjoys flying. It uses its broad wings to adroitly catch the wind to soar elegantly into the sky.
Ooh.
So, if you don't know what adroitly means, that's fine. Neither did I. It means it's synonymous with clever.
Ah, it flies cleverly?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it uses its broad wings to cleverly catch the wind to soar elegantly into the sky.
Ah, okay.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, makes sense.
Professor Oak coming in with them fancy words.
It flies really good.
Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, that's already, like, that's a huge difference from Spearow, who was specifically stated that it was a terrible flyer and that it kind of, like, flits about and it has to flap its wings really, really, really quickly just to stay in the air. To, like, as soon as it evolves.
I think we can all learn a lesson from Fearow. I mean, you might start off being worthless and bad at existing, but later on in life, you will achieve greatness and be good at something.
At some point, you will
be careful
sprout
who you insult in high school.
Yeah. Be careful who you insult in high school. It might be able to fly forever. Okay, moving on to the Johto region. First one here says, it shoots itself suddenly. High into the sky. Then plummets down in one fell swoop to strike its prey.
I was like, damn, Fearow, do you want to talk about it? Shit.
Then plummets down in one fell swoop to strike its prey. Okay.
Prey, not play. Sorry, it sounded like you said play. I just want to make sure it's because those are very similar words.
Yeah, it sweeps down to strike its prey.
Yes.
After shooting itself suddenly high into the sky.
I'm gonna end it all.
All right, next one says it cleverly uses its thin, long beak to pluck and eat small insects that hide under the ground.
Makes sense.
So I don't think we've actually.
So it's swooping up into the air to come down and strike insects under the ground.
I think it swoops down from above to get just prey that's on the land. But I think if it can't find any prey on the land, I think it can kind of drill its way into the ground and find some shit.
Just because it can use its long beak to dig into the ground doesn't mean it always does that for food.
Right.
Okay, the next one says it uses its long beak to attack. It has a surprisingly long reach, so it must be treated with caution.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think that's just attributed to it's like, because like, I don't know if you noticed it before, but like it always kind of looks like it has a little like crook in its neck. But it can extend that bad boy all the way out. It can get some really good range on it, so.
Damn.
So always be careful. All right, Hoenn region. Professor Birch, what you got for us? It says, Fearow is recognized by its long neck and elongated beak. They are conveniently shaped for catching prey in soil or water. It deftly moves its long and skinny beak to pluck prey.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So the next one here, it kind of contradicts the very first one we read that said it can fly forever. This one says its huge and magnificent wings can keep it aloft in the sky. It can remain flying for a whole day without landing.
See, that makes more sense. There's no way everything on the planet needs to rest. You can't just fly forever. I'm gonna go with that, Birch. I think you're right.
Okay, I mean, to be honest, they're both Pokedex entries, so we both have to assume that somebody observed a Spearow flying forever.
I think Oak just saw it flying for like an hour and just goes, man, that fucker, he's just going to keep going forever.
Professor Birch didn't necessarily, contradict Professor Oak, right? Because, I mean, it can remain flying a whole day without landing. It can also remain flying for several weeks or a month without landing.
That's true. You know what? You're very true on that one. You're correct on that one, Mr. Curtis.
You know what? Here's what I think. To settle this once and for all, Mr. Curtis, let's see how loyal you really are. I think after class and after a Christmas party, I think you should take your Fearow.
There's no Christmas party.
Don't tell me that. Don't take that from me. No, but seriously. No, listen. I think you should take your Fearow. I think you should launch it out of its Pokeball outside, and I think Mr. Curtis should sit there under it, take notes, and wait for it to land. I think it should stay in one spot, ask it to hover, and Mr. Curtis should stay there day and night until it decides to rest. And that way we will know once and for all how long a Fearow can stay suspended.
Okay, but we can't just have it stay there and hover, because a Fearow needs to eat. It needs to
throw
drink.
Some fish at that motherfucker. Just give it a toss, man. Come on.
Give it a what?
Just toss some fish or something. Like a Magikarp or something.
I guess.
Or an Octillery. I don't know.
All right, you know what?
Remoraid.
This is an important scientific endeavor that should be known. We shouldn't have any question onto how long a Fearow can remain in flight. I mean, we know that a Pidgeot, a Mega Evolved Pidgeot, can fly for what? It's at a week long?
Like 2 weeks or something, yeah.
Without resting?
Yeah, I thought I said several weeks.
Okay, but we should know how long a Fearow can remain in the sky. So yes, Mr. Curtis, this is now your job. You will report back to us every the next class, which will be next week, and you will tell us how long the Fearow has.
I like it.
Has stayed afloat.
All right.
Let's see how loyal you really are.
Don't you dare leave.
Oh, Mr. Curtis, since you're not allowed to go home, since you're supposed to be watching the Fearow literally 24/7, should me or the professor feed your Spinarak colony in your house?
Oh, no, don't worry. I was going to bring... I mean, they're pretty self-sufficient, first of all. Like, most of the Ariodoses stay outside anyway.
Okay, all right, well, we're good.
But I'll have to move some of them over to the woods around campus here.
No. No.
That way I can just keep an eye on them.
Okay.
Please, God, no! I cannot handle your mutant super Spinarak in this forest around here.
Look, as long as they don't attack the children.
What did you think about the Spinarak Ariados Christmas tree I set up out front, though?
That was pretty.
I'm
not gonna
sorry.
lie.
I'm sorry. The what?
You know, the giant tree with the green and red blobs on it.
No.
You know, that was using Spinaraks and Ariodoses as different green and red ornaments on the tree.
Dear God.
Are they alive?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, oh, they are.
Nope,
They
not
are.
not for long. I'm getting my Charizard. I'm getting
No.
Charcoal out
Okay.
here.
No.
No.
Melt
we'll
them
deal
all.
with it later.
No.
Burn it down.
Hey.
We'll deal with it later. Okay. Let's finish class. We'll
It's gonna
talk about the
completely
tree.
throw off the ecosystem around here. The
We'll
food
talk-
chain.
Okay, look, we have a lot. Look, we need to not get distracted by this. We have a class to finish. Mr. Curtis,
Sorry.
you have got to get your Spinaraks and your Ariadoses together. We can't have them roaming around campus or around the town or around Saffron City. You've got to get them under control, okay?
Please, Jesus.
Oh, they're pretty.
Okay.
I mean, they're pretty good. I mean, I brought them here and told them to sit on the tree. So I mean,
Okay.
you know,
Let's just
they don't
continue,
wreak too much
Professor,
havoc.
please.
Yes. Okay. Yes. We will continue. All right. That does it for the Hoenn region Pokedex entries. Let's move on to the Sinnoh region. It says it has the stamina to fly all day on its broad wings. It fights using its sharp beak. So this one, it says it has the stamina to fly all day, but it doesn't say specifically when it needs to rest. So there's still a little bit of a gray area there, because I mean, like if it flies all day, I mean that just goes into the next day, right? Can it also fly all of that day, or does it need to rest for a certain amount of time?
It's a subjective term.
Yeah,
Like
once-
you could say,
once again-
I worked all day. Doesn't mean you literally work from sun up to sundown without resting.
But this is a scientific entry. It shouldn't use any kind of exaggeration. There shouldn't be any kind of exaggerations in these entries. It should just be straight facts.
No ambiguity here.
Yeah.
Look,
No
obviously,
hyperbole.
there's some gray area here. That's why we have Mr. Curtis on the task. We're going to add to the Kanto Pokedex, and we'll settle this once and for all. So, all right. We'll settle it.
That's right.
Settle it, everybody. I promise.
Okay. So that does it for the Sinnoh region. There was only one there. Of course, Unova, Kalos, Galar. They bring nothing to the table. But luckily, the Alola region does have some Pokedex entries. Let's give them a read. Because I fucking love it. I love my job. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like it right now. Look like you're kind of gritting your teeth when you said that, but
It's tough and has excellent stamina. It has no problem continuously flying for a whole day, carrying a heavy load. Okay, so now it can also carry a heavy
Oh.
load while also flying for
Okay.
the whole day.
see, so it shoots itself and it carries a heavy load. Can we set up like a therapy office for like Spearows? Because they don't sound like they're doing very well.
No, it shoots itself high into the sky.
High into the sky, right? Okay,
Yeah,
not just
Mr. Corbin. Okay.
Gotcha.
All right. So this one kind of remember how we said that it's been around for many years. This kind of
Yeah.
makes that a little bit less ambiguous. This one says drawings of a Pokemon resembling Fearow can be seen in murals from deep in ancient history.
Ooh.
What is it? I guess maybe it's
Yes.
something else that looks
Which means
like it.
Fearows have been around for a long time.
Well, it could be another Pokemon that looks like a Fearow. I mean, like, there's Pokemon that look like each other. I mean, like, I don't know.
I mean, it could be an ancestor, a different version.
A common ancestor.
Yeah, that led into
An
Fearow.
early predecessor to the Pidgeys and the Spearows that we have today.
Yeah, they all
that's
came
true.
from a common ancestor.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know.
Could be that.
Listen, I'm not a fucking archaeologist over here, all right? I deal with the Pokemon that we have now.
That's
Well,
true.
maybe that's your
Um,
problem. Maybe you should start looking at the Pokemon we used to have.
Jeez, I mean, there's already so many Pokemon that we have. I'm stretching myself very thin just being an expert on every single Pokemon, so I can't just go and keep adding new ones.
That's true.
Um,
We're already doing so well with our Pokedex entries. We're like halfway through all the Pokemon already?
Ooh, we're not even halfway through the Pokemon in this one that have been discovered in this one region.
Well, fuck.
So yeah, we got got a few more to get through. All right,
Just
there's
a
2
couple.
more Alola Pokedex entries.
So I mean, I'll send out some feelers to maybe Professor Sonia's lab, since she does do a lot of like ancient Pokemon research.
Oh, okay.
One of her assistants might have some more information for us. So
I just hope it's not that Hop
I'll
guy.
give it a try.
I really don't like that Hop kid.
I mean, Hop's okay, but he's really more of like an honorary assistant. He's not really in there doing the nitty gritty that all of us good assistants are doing.
Yeah, like you sitting in classrooms staring at a blank wall for hours and hours on end.
Hey, it's all right. It's me just compressing and storing all of the
Wait,
knowledge.
compressing or decompressing?
Both.
Yeah. He's like a computer program, this guy. Okay, let me read these last 2 Pokedex entries from Alola, and then we can move on. Carrying food through Fearow's territory is dangerous. It will snatch the food away from you in a flash, with an exclamation point on the end of that one.
Nice.
In Alola, fish Pokemon are its prey. It can be seen circling above the ocean, searching for food. Okay. So it uses its beak to get Pokemon, from underwater, from under dirt, and other kinds of prey, and it uses it as its main form of attack. So, honestly, I mean, the fact that this is the beak Pokemon, I think, is a very good categorization. Okay.
Oh, is that what its name
Yeah,
is?
it is. Its category is the beak Pokemon.
Also known as the pecker Pokemon, if you will.
It is. Nope. It is not. No. Nobody has ever said that. That is a thing that Corbin has made up.
That's Doduo, my bad.
I'm pretty sure that's also not true. All right, shall I read the unique Pokedex entry that comes to us from, of course, Ash's Pokedex?
If you could.
I'll try,
Please,
dude, man.
please,
Reading is
please.
hard, though.
Yes.
All right, Fearow, the beak Pokemon, the evolved form of Spearow. Its large, powerful wings allow it to fly for an entire day. The crushing power of its beak is tremendous.
Oh.
Yeah.
So its beak has good, strong crushing power as well as piercing power.
Yeah. So not only is it a piercing weapon, but it's also a bludgeoning weapon.
Doesn't look like it has a lot of bite force with something that thin. That's more like, I don't know. That's pretty surprising.
I don't know, but look at its jaw compared to the rest of its neck. Though.
I can't. It's not out anymore.
Oh, sorry. Here, should I bring him back out here?
Yeah, if you will. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. So here, let me. Okay. So here's Fearow.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh God. You were. That was way too loud.
Sorry.
Oh.
Now I see what you're talking about. I see what you mean.
Achoo!
Hey! Oh
God damn it!
Oh,
Ooh,
Who did
ooh,
that?
that looked painful. Ooh, gosh. Okay, here, let me. Okay.
Better put him away
I was gonna put him.
before he does any more damage to this classroom.
Definitely cracked the ceiling pretty good. Holy shit.
Yikes, that looked painful. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and read this one last uncredited, unsourced article on Fearow, and then we can move into the pop quiz.
No.
Yes, the pop quiz. Listen, it's an easy one.
There's a pop quiz today?
I know. It's very rare that I do them, but
Curtis, what the fuck? Did you know about this?
No,
It's
I
because
didn't. I thought
I
we were
mentioned
doing
the pop
Christmas
quiz.
party.
He wasn't gonna do it. It's Christmas. Don't let us have a pop quiz.
I know. I
Come
thought we
on.
were doing the Christmas
The
party.
one time.
Did we even really celebrate Christmas here in the Kanto region? I can't remember.
I mean, if you have a soul, you do. If you believe in the spirit of giving, then yes, you do. But if you're a Scrooge like yourself, then no.
True. I mean, you're not wrong. All right. Fearow is a large, mostly brown Pokemon with a long neck and broad, powerful wings. It has a long, pointed pink beak and a decorative red coxcomb.
Coxcomb?
Yeah,
Coxcomb, which is like the little weird skinny bits on the top of its head.
Okay.
Okay.
Coxcomb.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Coxcomb.
Coxcomb.
Cock.
Like a comb for your
Oh.
hair.
That, I mean,
Coxcomb.
by all means, that's a very unfortunate name for anything.
Yeah. Cock.
Its narrow eyes have very small pupils and do not appear to have colored irises. It has shaggy feathers at the base of its neck. Wait, what? It has shaggy feathers at the base of its neck? Okay, I mean, yeah, I guess so. Yeah. I wouldn't say it's right at the base of its neck, but sure. It has shaggy feathers at the base of its neck and covering the upper portion of its wings. These feathers are cream-colored, as are the tips of its flight feathers. Its sharp clawed talons are pink, with 3 toes pointing forward and 1 pointing backward.
Like
Fearow has been around mostly unchanged for many years, as a Pokemon resembling it has been seen on ancient murals. But again, Corbin's right. Like, it's not the only Pokemon that looks like it does. There may be another one out there that these murals may be depicting.
Could have been like a Zubat or something.
Yeah, Zubat. Very similar in shape.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Its large wings, or maybe a Togepi. Togepi's look pretty similar.
I could see that.
Yeah, not enough coxcomb.
Yeah. Togepi doesn't have enough cock-cum.
I've seen a lot of coxcomb in my day, and Togepi does not have a lot of it.
I heard Jinx has coxcomb.
No.
No, it doesn't have. It makes.
Oh, it makes it, and then it puts it on the Fearow? That's cool.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where Fearow get their cocks come from. They get it from Jinx.
I'm going to write that one down. Thank you, Professor.
Please, God, no. Alright, its large wings and stamina allow it to fly for an entire day without landing. Its long neck and beak allow it to pluck prey from both land and water, and it has even been known to steal from unwary humans. It will shoot upward and then dive down to catch prey. It will also catch tiny insects that hide in the ground and circle the ocean for fish. Fearow are found naturally in open habitats with warmer climates, mainly wastelands and desolate fields. Okay.
Ooh,
That does it. You guys, how does it feel to know everything there is to know about a Fearow?
Not gonna lie, feels pretty damn good. I feel like I'm
pretty
learning
good.
a lot.
I mean, I would have felt a little bit better if he hadn't trashed the classroom there, but you know,
I mean,
I'll have to get the you know,
I don't know.
some work from our Pokemon assistants here at the school.
Oh, do you mean the Machokes and
we'll
Machops
get
and Machamps that do all the heavy lifting for us?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they'll fix it. Listen, they'll fix it, no problem. And honestly, let's be honest here, it really was our fault. It's because I sneezed, because Corbin was being too loud. We kind of made it really jumpy, so that's our fault. We shouldn't blame this on Fearow.
Yeah, that's true. Well, good class, everyone. I hope you all have an awesome Christmas. Thanks.
That's right.
Thanks for tuning
Corbin,
in, fellow
Corbin,
students.
sit back down.
Let's start the Christmas music right now.
Everybody sit back down. Put your
What?
things down. We have a pop quiz.
Mr. Curtis,
Now,
turn on the radio. Let's have a Christmas song play during our party. We're not going to have a quiz today.
Mr. Curtis,
turn that radio.
hey, Mr. Curtis, turn that racket off. No, we're not doing that.
Turn it
Jingle
up.
bells.
Nope.
Curtis,
off.
turn it
Off
up.
now. If you don't turn that off, everybody's getting zeros for the semester.
All right, turn.
Oh,
turn
no,
it off.
no. Okay,
turn
it's
off.
off. I'm sorry.
All right. Now we have a pop quiz. All right. Now this is my favorite part of the class. Don't you dare take it away from me. Okay. All right. So now that I have control again, everybody get your pens and paper and pencils and Rotom phones and Rotom laptops. Wait, no, put your Rotom phones away. Don't have those out.
I have everything out.
Get a calculator. What? Question number 1. This is another one of those fill in the blank twice questions. So remember we did that for War Turtle?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I shouldn't need to explain it this time.
No.
Using its long neck and beak, Fearow can easily catch blank Pokemon under blank. So this can be filled in twice. There's two different correct sentences that can be made by putting different things into the blanks here. So give me both of them if you want.
You want, so it's technically 4 answers.
Sure. If you want to look at it that way, it's technically 4 answers, 2 for each of the 2 fill in the blanks.
Oh, okay.
Yes, just like.
But
we
you
did
only
with War
want
Turtle.
one set.
But
you only want one set.
No, I want both. Of them. Give me both.
He wants both. He's asking a lot. He wants both.
It's okay if you don't know it, Mr. Curtis. There we go.
There we
got
go.
it. No, it's there. I sent it.
All right. So Corbin responded with, using its long neck and beak, Fearow can easily catch bug Pokemon underground.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you said under first. My bad.
That's fine. Then he also said, using its long neck and beak, Fearow can easily catch fish Pokemon underwater.
All right. Okay. I obviously fucked up the under thing. All right. Leave it alone.
I just think it's funny. All right.
Oh, don't worry.
Mr. Curtis, of course, has an eloquent answer as always. He loves these fill in the blanks. Using its long neck and beak, Fearow can easily catch small insect Pokemon under the ground?
under the ground.
Okay, and then
Very
the
good.
next one is using its long neck and beak, Fearow can easily catch. It can catch fish Pokemon under the ocean.
Does that have to
So-
be ocean though? I mean, I don't know if that's right.
That's fine. It's fine. So yes.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he said circling
Well,
the ocean of the lower.
Ocean
regions,
is
right?
limited. It could be any body of water.
Right. I mean, no, that's what I'm saying is that like it could be any water, but I would.
But you
you
didn't
know,
say that, so you got it wrong.
that's why I said ocean. That's all.
Well, ocean doesn't encompass every bit of water. You didn't say water. I did, so I got it right, and you did not.
Pokedex entry does say ocean though, so
But it also said water, I think, at one point.
I think that was the unsourced, uncredited article that said that says anything that isn't ocean. So doesn't
Well,
necessarily. Listen, I'm gonna give it to both of you. You're both correct.
all right,
All
fine.
right. So the answers
Fine.
were
Thank you.
bug and underground and fish and underwater. So yes,
Gotcha.
you guys both got it correct. I'm very
Very
proud
good.
of you.
Alrighty.
All right, question number.
Congratulations.
Yes, not. Well, I'm not gonna give congratulations just yet. Question number 2
Well,
says. Nope, not yet. We still have 3 questions to go. How do we know Fearow have been around for a very long time? You know, we can't just say that Fearow have been around for many years. That would be a crazy, very vague thing to put into a Pokedex entry. We would have to have, a source that says why we know that it's been around for many years. Oh, was that whistling you, Corbin? I'm sorry. I thought it was some ancient, horrible ghost type Pokemon that was haunting me from beyond the grave.
Wow, I would love to be haunted by a
Wow.
Christmas caroling Gengar or Ghastly or something. That'd be sick.
All right, so Corbin responded with, so the question was, of course, how do we know Fearow have been around for a long time? Corbin said, we have seen ancient sketches carved into ruins that resemble a Fearow. And Mr. Curtis said, drawings of Pokemon that look just like Fearow have been found on ancient murals from history many years ago.
Who's Meryl?
Yeah. So yeah, that's correct. So there are ancient drawings that resemble a Fearow from, I guess, murals that date back many, many years. So yes, that is our proof and evidence that Fearow, or a Pokemon that resembles Fearow, have been around for a very long time. All right, good job. Question number 3. With its quote-unquote magnificent wings, how long can a Fearow stay aloft? This this answer I'm sure is up to interpretation. It's something that Fearow biologists have been debating for a very long time, apparently, from these Pokedex entries. I'm curious. I'm interested to see what my students here today say. Okay, fucking hell. Jesus Christ. All right. So the question, of course, was, with its magnificent wings, how long can a Fearow stay aloft? Corbin responded with, apparently for fucking ever, according to Oak. But 2 of the other entries claimed it was all day, so I'm gonna go with that. Okay, so we have an all day answer from Corbin with a lot of sass. I'm not sure I appreciate that much sass, but
Hey, just being honest to me. Get your
Hey, yeah, and profanity. Watch that profanity.
yeah, a lot of profanity.
Sorry.
Mr. Curtis responded with, it can stay aloft at least a whole diddly day without resting.
Did he
But
put
really,
diddly?
he did say diddly day.
Okay, nice touch there.
But really, as Oak said, this is still Curtis's answer, by the way. But really, as Oak said, does it ever have to land? ? We aren't sure, but it can definitely stay aloft a long time. Okay,
Jesus.
so yes, I would have accepted 1 day or indefinitely. So yes, you guys both get full marks on that one. Okay, question number.
Thank you.
Yes, of course, you're welcome as always for me telling you that you got the right answer. I don't know. That was a weird thing to say thank you for, but whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, question number 4. What does a Fearow do when it senses danger? All right, Mr. Curtis has given us the answer. So the question was, what does a Fearow do when it senses danger? Corbin responded with, it flies straight up in a flash. Ah! He did add that little scream there at the end. As you guys know, I am required to say everything that's in the answer. So.
Good to know for the future.
Mr. Curtis responded with, "If it gets spooked, it does definitely shoot up high in the air instantly and flies away." As many incorrectly spelled words as he could fit into that one short sentence.
Wouldn't be a Curtis answer without incorrect words.
I know. I'd be worried if he spelled things correctly. All right, so yes, the answer was it shoots itself suddenly high into the sky.
Sorry.
You sneak up behind a Fearow and go, boo! And you just hear, BAM!
It gets so scared it whips out a pistol and shoots itself in the head.
It's like, you ain't killing me, I'm killing me. Nice try, a bitch. Okay, that does, you guys both got that one correct, by the way, and so that means you both got full marks, full 100s. I wouldn't expect any less.
Nice.
This was a very, very easy quiz. All right. So before we wrap things up here, can anybody tell me what the Pokemon we will be talking about next week is?
Ooh,
now, I'll give you a hint.
Don't know.
We've seen this Pokemon before. We've actually seen it in action.
Oh, really?
Have we?
Yeah.
Inside or outside?
I'm not giving you that much information.
Ah, fuck. We're talking about Butterfree again, aren't we?
No. We will never do a repeat.
No,
we'll never talk about a Pokemon we've already talked about.
Ooh, Ekans!
Yes!
I was about to say, is this one Arbok?
The one that comes before Arbok, actually. We will be talking about Ekans, which is, of course, known as the snake Pokemon. Yes, were you gonna say something? I thought I heard somebody.
That was just doing an Ekans impression. Curtis, that was a engine revving, but close. That was cat calling, Curtis.
I can throw my thumb or
my thumb. Okay, all right. So enough of that. If you guys have any questions and there's something about Fearow that we didn't cover today, please feel free to ask me directly. I will, of course, look at my email and other forms of communication during my office hours. So you can contact me by sending me a Gengar mail at wwopokemon@gmail.com. Is that correct? Damn, I should have these up. So I know.
wwopokemon@gmail.com.
If you don't have a Gengar mail, that's fine. Although, I mean, come on, in this day and age, you should probably get one. You can message me directly on the Twitter and my handle there is at WWOP Podcast. I don't know why I called it WWOP Podcast. I mean, we're not really a podcast. We're a classroom. We're just recorded lessons. So I mean,
I don't know.
You should be a bit of a
change
misnomer.
that, Professor. That's not accurate. We're a class. Get it right.
But regardless, the Twitter handle is at WWOP Podcast. All right. Until next time, students, class is dismissed.
Curtis, get that radio pumping. Let's go. Christmas time.
No,
All
no
right,
music.
Professor,
Get
in.
Where did this fake snow come from? Curtis, I
get in here,
God,
Gary.
Get that,
come on, Gary. Come on.
Tree out of here. I don't want it in my classroom.
Hey, get Butterfree in here. Get Butterfree. That's safe, right?
No.
Get Butterfree.
We can't handle that.
Okay, let's bring it outside and Butterfree. Hey.
Hey!